Okay, if you haven't heard about this, you're definitely living under a rock, but the US government basically just declared war on Anthropic. They're basically in a full standoff over how Claude can be used, and Anthropic just said no to Pentagon's final terms. So let me explain what's actually happening and what could happen from here on out. So currently Anthropic has a $200 million contract with the US Department of Defense, and Claude has already been used in classified military workflows. But the Pentagon now is pushing for unrestricted access under what it calls all lawful purposes. That language would remove key guardrails, including limits around surveillance and autonomous weapons. Anthropic basically refused, and the CEO Dario publicly said that the company cannot in good conscience agree to those terms. I mean, duh, isn't that like the whole point of Anthropic? But obviously this is much bigger than that. This is about how America will be ranked in basically the AI arms race. So what could happen next? There are basically 3 paths forward. First, the Pentagon could walk away. And if that happens, Anthropic likely loses defense revenue because of their contract, but preserves its credibility as a safety-first lab. Secondly, the Pentagon could apply pressure, and that's sort of where the Defense Production Act comes in. And if invoked, the US government could compel access to critical AI systems in the name of national security. That would be a major escalation and the first real test of whether AI labs have enforceable autonomy once they become strategic assets. Third, and what I think is most likely, is that we get some sort of compromise. So narrowing military use, tighter auditing, and explicit exclusions around surveillance and lethal autonomy. That would basically set the precedent for how AI gets used by governments going forward. So have you guys been keeping up, and what do you guys think will happen?